Hello again and welcome back to the channel. Today I am checking out the Masters of the Universe Origins Fang-Or. This guy dropped on the Mattel Creations store about a month or so back and he sold out very quickly indeed, as do most of the characters in this line. Speaking of which, there can't be many left, maybe between 6 to 12 I would estimate, and then the Origins line is done and Mattel are moving towards their new Filmation line, which was revealed in the San Diego Comic-Con earlier this year. Very excited about that line. Those figures look really cool. I paid whatever the asking price was for these figures, I can't quite recall. Something that I've noticed recently with the Mattel Creations store is they've changed it so that now you can actually see the prices in Australian dollars, and I think there's a $15 flat out shipping fee, which is pretty good. So taking a look at the packaging, there is a reason why I have both of them and I'll get to that in a moment. But if you look at the shipper boxes, they are very nice. So all of the exclusives come with these nice brown shipper boxes with this nice artwork. So you can see both sides of the box here. And then the reason why I have both of them out is because something a little bit different. Now this is the sliding packaging that we've seen with Camo Khan, the He-Man 4-pack, and I think Sunman. Not many of the exclusives come in this slidable back, which is very nice, particularly if you are a mint-on card collector. You can take the figure out and then you can put it back in. But something which I noticed was this one here does not have a punch at all, and this one does. I actually did get 3 of these. The other one is the same as this, does not have a punch hole. So this is the only one that does. I really wonder why. Maybe they originally thought that they were just gonna release this without the slidable back and they changed their minds, but interesting to see that. So taking a look at the packaging, this artwork on the back is really nice. You can see here only a couple of Easter eggs, so it looks like we've got, I don't know her name, but I'm pretty sure she is dropping later this month, September, so watch out for her if you're interested on the Mattel Creations store. And then here we have Hero. We've not seen anything for this guy. I would say that he's probably going to make it into the line before they finish up Origins, and then obviously Fang-Or there at the back. So really nice artwork as usual. And then the mini comic comes in this nice little baggie. Let's have a look. So if you are interested in the mini comics, you can just pause that and have a read, quickly flick through it. There you go. And then here is the actual figure himself. So I'll get him out of the packaging and we'll take a closer look. Okay, so here he is out of the packaging with all 3 of his accessories. First being this massive sword. It's a curved blade. I don't think we've seen this with any other figure. Likewise for this, certainly haven't seen this gold wrench with any of the other figures, and it even has a cheeky little snake face look. And then last is the alternate tusks for him. So I think those just, yep, pop that out, and just pop that one in. That's a pretty good, I don't know which one I prefer. Anyway, that's a cool look, but I think I'll just pop that in for now. And the figure is clearly a repurposed Camo or Cobra Khan, but there are a lot of unique things happening here. The first being obviously the head. The head is really cool, a great sculpt, a lot of detail in here. Not that the Motu Origins figures don't have detail, but I just feel like this has just gone that extra bit more than what we're used to getting. A really nice look to him. Now I don't know much about this character. In fact, I don't know much about the Snake Men. I tapped out in the 80s way before the Snake Men arrived on the scene. I don't even think Fang-Or made it into the Classics line. I believe this is based off a proof of concept image. I'm not 100% about that. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments, but it's nice to actually have a Fang-Or in the collection. The armour is exactly what you'd expect. It's clipped underneath, so you can actually take it off. Just your straightforward buck underneath, nothing exciting there. But then there's this really cool belt that he has. Don't know that we've seen that on any of the figures either. The default furry pants as well making an appearance, and then moving down, there's these really cool shin guards. Again, don't think that we've seen these before either. So there's a lot of new stuff going on here. If you're not familiar with the Motu Origins figures, then they are all completely modular. You can interchange them. You just pop out the arms, the head, the legs, whatever, and you can just swap it with any of the other figures. So they are really, really cool in terms of playability. Mine typically just sit on the shelf, and I have a war with all the carded versions as well. But if you wanted to chop and change them, make some unique figures, you absolutely could. And this guy, I think, is the last or second to last in the Snake Men. I think there's this guy, and then maybe the, what's her name? That one that was on the back. Where's the card? Here. Whoever that is. I think she may be the last one. Again, not 100%. But it's nice to see that we're going to have some really unique sculpts here. Pretty sure she was previewed at the San Diego Comic-Con. Haven't seen the hero yet, but I'm sure we're going to get him. So in terms of the articulation, if you are familiar with any of the Origins figures, then you know that they are highly articulated. Head all the way around. He has a complete 360 at the shoulder. You also get a single jointed elbow, forwards and backwards, and then rotation on the peg for the wrist. You don't get any ab crunch, but you do get complete rotation. And the legs, not too far up, quite a fair bit out, and then not too far back. And then the knee, single joint. He does have a rotation, the thigh, you can see the cut there. So yeah, and then he has up and down or backwards and forwards, and a swivel for the foot. Here we are. Okay, and here he is next to a few of the other Snake Men. So we've got Snake Face, Cobra Khan, and you can see that actually I was wrong. He's not a repurposed Cobra Khan. I actually think that he's closer to King Hiss. Yeah. So the legs look like they're repurposed from King Hiss, and possibly the arms as well. Yep. But still, a lot of unique tooling has gone into this figure. It doesn't really stand up very well. I'll have to get him on a stand. And then finally, here he is next to Snake Teela. Okay, so my final thoughts on the Masters of the Universe Origins Fang-Or. This is yet another solid entry into the Origins line, and it's great to see Fang-Or in the 5.5-inch format. Not 100% sure if we got him in the Classics line. We absolutely didn't get him in the Vintage line, so it's nice to have him in the collection. It's also a very cool figure. The head sculpt is very nice. Pretty light on the accessories, but then most of these figures are. There's also a lot of new tooling going on with this figure, and the inclusion of the removable card back is also a nice touch. It's a shame that some of the other exclusives don't have that removable card back. I do have a minor gripe with that, but it is a personal gripe, and that's my mint on card collection sits on those actual pegs. That's how I display them. I know what you're thinking, I shouldn't be doing that. I should use the protective clamshells, but when you have this many figures, you just can't afford all of those clamshells, so it's just how it is. I can recommend this figure. The only problem you're going to find is actually getting one. He sold out very quickly and he's already averaging around 100 to 150 Australian dollars on eBay. I actually do have a spare if you're interested, but it will cost you a Mossman or a Duplico. Get in touch if you're interested, serious offer. So that about wraps up this review. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed it, and if you enjoy my content, then please do consider subscribing. And until next time, take care.